fuera, 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 derecha.
Iniziamo questa giornata legale con il lancio della clava categoria English manual maschile.
Athletes score athletics 153 have limited shoulder, arm and hand function, and usually no trunk or leg function. These athletes will complete throwing and seated position. A lower event will get a higher degree of activity limitation.
Representing Czech Republic, nella Repubblica Ceca Martin Vonek. Representing Serbia, nella Serbia Milos Vidic. Representing Czech Republic, nella Repubblica Ceca Dan Manek. Representing Croatia, nella Croazia Miroslav Matić. Representing Slovakia, nella Slovakia Marian Budeja. Representing Czech Republic, nella Repubblica Ceca Radim Benes. Representing Serbia, nella Serbia Zeljko Dimitrijević. Representing the Russian Federation, per la Russia Andrei Sashkov.
Xavi. Vale, atento. Vale. A ver, un poquito izquierda, mi poco. Vale, bien, por favor, simple. Stop. Vale, a ver. Bien, 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 bien.
Three brilliant days action already here in Grosseto in Tuscany in deepest Italy. We're at the Stadio Olimpico Carlo Zucchini and it is day 4 of the morning session. And the sun is out again, the mercury is rising. It's another nice warm day here. Good morning from Will Downing and Rob Hayes. Another great day's action is certain to be ahead, particularly in the afternoon, as it's going to be quiet in the track this morning, as you will see a little bit later. But the action we've seen for the opening 3 days has been quite spectacular.
Absolutely. We'll pass the halfway point now in these 2016 IPC Athletics European Championships. Bit breezier this morning, as you'll see from the flags fluttering at the top of your screen there here in Grosseto. We had quite a still morning yesterday, and the threat of thunderstorms as well. But nice and sunny overhead this morning, and a nice light breeze to keep us nice and cool as well.
Well, here's the main grandstand again in Grosseto, and as always, entry is free today, so wherever you are welcome to come along. Very good crowds the first 3 days here at this Carlo Zucchini Olympic Stadium. So another great evening coming up, and we had another great evening last night, full of world record action. World record in the women's 400 metres T38 for Great Britain for Georgina Hermitage, breaking her old mark, going past Goncharova, who broke a world record in her class. A poor finish, sadly, for Mazur in the women's 400 T12 as her guide got an injury. Burgess Hammers pouncing instead for Spain. Men's long jump championship record for Shemin Kovasov in the T37. Great finish in the men's 400 metres T54. A second gold for Britain's David Weir, a second medal for Richard Chisaro, his teammate. First one being a gold, the second a silver. Margarita Goncharova has now all major long jump titles in T38 to her name. And Thomas Geerspickler picking up gold as well in the men's 400 metres T52 in the wheelchair racing. So Russia very successful, even more so than 2 years ago when they completely dominated. 64 medals, 28 gold. Poland having a very good games. They've won golds every single day. Great Britain with 3 gold medals yesterday, including Weir and Hermitage. They won 6 on Sunday. Germany and France with 5 gold medals each, 4 for Turkey. Spain and Croatia with 3 apiece. Ireland with a second gold medal for Orla Barry yesterday. Bulgaria, Finland, Latvia doing very well in the throwing competitions, also with 2 gold medals each. Peter Cannon's gold for Belgium. Montenegro picking up a Javelin medal yesterday. 30 countries have medalled. It was 33 for the entire championships in Swansea. Very, very high humidity today. 21 Celsius, the current official temperature. That's going to go up, definitely. It certainly feels a lot hotter than 21. Well, now, in terms of the morning schedule, we only have 3 finals. They're all in the field. The men's club, F51, men's discus throw, F42, and the men's long jump, T11, for athletes who are completely blind, total visual impairment. There are no morning finals on the track, but there's still lots of very good action. The women's 100 metres, Ayola Deadeye, who's already won bronze in the 200 metres. Joanna Mazur, who saw her guide pull up yesterday, she's in that as well. She won bronze in that 400 metres, but she is the 200 metres champion. Women's 400 metres T20, which features the 800 metres champion from here, Anateta Mellock, and the 1500 metres champion, her fellow Pole, Barbara Nowitzio. But no gold medals being decided on the track this morning. So the men's discus final is coming up, and Aled Davis looking to add to his gold medal performance earlier in the week from the shot, and Tom Habside winning bronze for Luxembourg, beginning to medal quite regularly. Also in this is Jaroslav Petrus of the Czech Republic, and here he is. Three quite high-profile field events to get us underway. Petrus, season's best, has fallen quite short of his lifetime best. In terms of his season's best, he is actually ranked 6 of the 6, so he's going to have to work very hard in this F42 in order to get into the medals, just in terms of the form he's shown so far this season. He's got that out solidly to around 35 meters. F42 being among the amputees, the leg amputee categories, well, there will be a certain loss of power from the lower half of the body. It's actually a really good field in this. The next man we're due to see, if we're staying here, by the way, it's already medalled here. Solid opening throwing by Petrus. Well, 32 meters 16 sets the standard for Petrus. And here's the man who won the silver medal in the shot earlier this week, Grosseto of France. His second major championship. It was his best ever result. And he suddenly becomes a very good candidate for Rio.
Headmaster at a boarding school by day, Grosseto. And he's pretty useful in the field events as well. 41.37, his season's best. On paper, that would get him bronze here if it goes to form. How's he looking with his opening effort? It's out towards the 40-meter mark for the Frenchman. Good, solid opening effort. Petrus managed 32.16 with the first throw of the day in this F42 discus competition. But that looks an awful lot longer from Tuzi. 41.37, his season's best, is actually his lifetime best as well, so he's in great form at the moment. 38.42 meters is his opening round effort.
So he immediately becomes the man to beat. His lifetime best set this year of 41.37, which in terms of this year's throwing would rank him in third place. Detko Ovcharov of Bulgaria finished outside of the medals in the shot put final, where Tuzi took the silver. Aled Davis, who we'll see a little later, winning it. That again down around 31-32 meters. Red flag is up, and wind is coming up a little bit here as well, by the way, this morning in Grosseto. Ovcharov have to wait before getting properly on the board. But now, here he is, the winner of the shot put this week. Reigning champion in this and the shot from Swansea. The reigning Paralympic Games champion. He already has his supporters around the stadium here. Aled Davis of Great Britain. The reigning Paralympic, World, European and Commonwealth Games champion. He's a solid 50-meter thrower. Over 40 will put him into the lead, and guess what? That's over 40, and it will put him into the lead. Really solid throw, straight away. We're only 6 minutes into the session. Now, that might not be, with his opening throw, a nailed-on goal, but he certainly will be in the lead. He just finds himself generally far and away ahead of the rest of his challengers. 2012, the last time he didn't win a major championship final. Got right out there. Remember, it's not a straight line of a marker, it is an arc. He's in the lead, 40 meters, 40.
Next up then, Tom Habscheid of Luxembourg. Out that goes, well over 40 metres from Habscheid. Bronze in the shot put earlier on in these championships. That is a powerful opening effort. Silver in Swansea 2 years ago, Habscheid. And that has absolutely flown out. Aled Davies laid down what we thought would be a good marker with his opening round effort. But Habscheid looks to have gone a couple of metres further at least. Confirmation then, 43.22 for Tom Habscheid. That's very close to his season's best.
Well, it's brilliant throwing by Habscheid, and what's had to happen is that because Luxembourg have a very, very small programme, and generally a very small team, normally just him, he's had to be essentially taken under the wing of the Belgian system. They've developed him fantastically, and he's blossomed from a very good young raw athlete in Swansea. He started off in Lyon in 2013. He finished 5th in the discus there, and he's gradually improved. He finds himself in the gold medal position all of a sudden. Here's Al Jabouri of Sweden. It's not a bad effort. It's around 35 metres. Al Jabouri, 37.43 is his season's best. Yeah, 33.73 puts him into 4th place. And we go back again towards Jaroslav Petrus as we start the second round of throws. Ovcharov had a no throw, by the way. (32.16 meters), and at the moment he is 6 meters away from the medals. He should be able to pick up the window for effects mics, but there's a nice breeze behind him. Oh, obviously wouldn't help the discus very much, but if you're in the if you were in the long jump this morning, it would be on your back. It's blowing from right to left as we see it from the main stand, the main angle. Yeah, couldn't get much power behind that at all. That's dropped probably just shy of 30 meters. Wasn't happy with it, knew it wasn't going to be measured very far, so he simply walked out of the throwing circle, and it's a foul.
Jaroslav Petrus, bit of a sluggish start for him. He is about 14 meters short of his lifetime best this season, the 39-year-old. This is Badr Tuzi. Decent opening round effort of 38.42. Currently has him in bronze medal position. Already a silver medal to his name here in these championships in the shot put. This his second attempt then. Only Aled Davies and Tom Habscheid ahead of him in the field at the moment. Tuzi out towards a similar distance, maybe a little bit shorter than his first round effort. Let's have a look. 36.43, so just about 2 meters short of his first effort, but he remains in the bronze medal position at the moment.
Yeah, no success in the opening round for Detsko Ovcharov of Bulgaria. It was a no throw. The former Javelin world champion from Christchurch 5 years ago, he won bronze in Doha in this, and also in Lyon. So in the last 2 World Championships, he has excelled in the discus. Bronze in the javelin and the discus in Swansea 2 years ago, and that's a lot more like it. That is a lot more like it from Ovtcharov. And he might have just barged his way into the medals here. Tuzi's going to have a bit of a fight. Hampshire is our leader. Alan Davis currently in second place. He's going to have to really put out something special in the second round. Ovtcharov has certainly done that. He's got himself into contention. Solid throwing. Ovtcharov, 38-38. Goes into 4th place. He is 4 centimetres off Tuzi and the medals at the moment. So Alan Davis, 14 metres 14, lying in second place in the discus. He's 3 metres behind the leader, Habshite. So is he going to take out something big here? Needs to. It's even rare for him not to be leading a competition, let alone not take the gold. He's dug out something huge. There you go. There you go. Well, that's him in the lead. He's sent out a huge one. That's at least 45. Absolutely massive throw from Alan Davis. His season's best is 48.52, and it's out towards that range. He had to pull out something huge in order to go back in front ahead of Habshide. Absolutely thumping. Championship record, 47.84, and he's in the lead. So the first action on the track, the women's 100 metres T11, the semi-final. And this features the silver and bronze medalists from the 200 metres, Alina Sammagalina in 5, and Ayola Deadeye of Italy in lane 1. Ayola Deadeye on the near side, Albanian-born. 3 medals in Swansea. Alina Sammagalina won World Relay silver for Russia in Doha. Finished silver in the 200 metres here ahead of Deadeye. Laura Moya Santander of Spain and Maritza Lorca Requena of Spain making up the rest of the field. 3 Spanish across the 2 semi-finals. It's only the winner that will automatically go through, plus the next 2 fastest losers. Deadeye, who's based in Milan, her other half, Emanuele Di Marino, runs a little bit later this morning. Deadeye and Sammagalina both medaling in the 200, should be expected to go quite well here. Could either of the Spanish, Maritza Lorca Requena or Laura Moya Santander, upset that a little bit? So it's Deadeye in 1, Lorca Requena in 3, Sammagalina 5, Moya Santander in 7. And so they're away first time. Deadeye going very well in lane 1. Sammagalina also in 5. The 2 Spanish generally being left behind. Sammagalina's going very well with her guide Anatoly Bistrov. But Deadeye is fighting back well on the line. 13.61 where the clock stops. Sammagalina going through automatically. Deadeye, I imagine, should be okay as well in second place. 2 Spanish are going to have to wait in order to see if they can make progress towards the final a little later on. But they both blistered out of the blocks very much. Deadeye started very well, Sammagalina likewise, and progressed on. There was a stage here where Deadeye looked as if she might have been able just to force the initiative a bit more, but Sammagalina pushed on in the final 20, put the foot down, and she and her guide Anatoly Bistrov are into the final. Ayola Deadeye just missing out in second place. A lot of the female athletes have menaced their guides. Deadeye electing for a female runner alongside it. I think they'll both go through. Samaglina definitely. Deadeye will be confirmed. Samaglina making it through, and that was actually a championship record, 13:59. Deadeye 13.80. It's going to have to wait.
Breeze picking up and dropping in equal measure here in Grosseto at the moment. A few of the flags fluttering there in the grandstand away to your left. We'll expect that to fill up a little bit more as today's competition goes on. This is Baratuzzi, the Frenchman, back over in the men's discus F42. Currently in the bronze medal position, Tuzi. But that one will not be an improvement. 38.42, his best effort so far. That was in the opening round. Only 4 centimetres ahead of Ovcharov in that battle for bronze at the moment. That one won't trouble his best, Tuzi. .01, some way short of his best so far, Tuzi, at the halfway stage of his men's discus F42. This is Ovcharov, the man that's hunting down Tuzi for the bronze medal position at the moment. 38.38, the Bulgarian's best so far, and no throw in the opening round, just out of the sector. Second one went dead centre. He made the necessary adjustment. Bronze in Swansea 2 years ago, Ovcharov. That one again is out towards the right-hand side. It's another no throw for Ovcharov. So just the one registered distance at the moment, 38.38. Fourth place. Still well in the hunt for a medal. This man, Aled Davies, 47.84 in his previous round effort. A championship record, that. His season's best, 48.52. Only he and Petrus in this field have been over 50 metres in their lifetime. 1 gold medal already at these championships, Davies. Over 4.5 metres clear of second place Tom Habscheid at the moment. This his third round effort. Out it flies from Aled Davies, and that looks absolutely enormous. Well over 50 metres for Aled Davies. Plenty of support for him in the grandstand here. That is absolutely superb, and look how pleased he is with that effort. Smashed the championship record with his previous round, 47.84. This could well be a lifetime best.
Yes.
Just eagerly awaiting confirmation of the measurement here. That is absolutely huge for Aled Davies. He's waiting as well. He's the world record holder from Doha 2 years ago. Last year, sorry. And big celebrations, 54.14. A new world record for Aled Davies. He is well in control of the men's discus throw F42. Absolutely phenomenal effort from Aled Davies. Terrific stuff from the shot put European champion. And after all that, we're going over to the track for the second semi-final of the women's T11 competition. 3 athletes here: Ronja Oja of Finland, Leah Biel-Quintana of Spain, and Joanna Mazur of Poland goes in lane 7. Joanna Mazur, the quickest in the field, had a bit of a mishap in the 400 meters yesterday. She was leading, but her guide there, Michal Stavitsky, pulled up with about 40 meters to go, released her, and she was disqualified as a result. So her chance to make immediate amends in the 100-meter competition. There she is in lane 7, wearing 5.65. Stavitsky is still her guide with her, so hoping that he won't suffer a recurrence of whatever problem that he had yesterday. In lane 5, Leah Biel-Quintana of Spain, just 20 years of age. Her first European Championships here. And Finland's Ronja Oja will run with her brother as a guide, Jesper. Oja in 3, Quintana in 5, Mazur in 7. Away they go, and it's a strong start by Oja, but through now comes Joanna Mazur on the near side of your picture. Oja is running really well, but Mazur is going to run through and win this semi-final. Oja comes through in second place, 13.52 the time for Joanna Mazur. No such problem for Michal Stavitsky in terms of pulling up as he did in the 400 meters. So Joanna Mazur of Poland goes through to the women's 100 meters T11 final. That's coming up this afternoon. It's been rounded down actually to 13.50, which is a new championship record for Joanna Mazur. Her and Ronja Oja both got away pretty well, and the Finn was running well in lane 3, but then Mazur just kept on powering through, and she is through to the final, and a good performance from her. But it was fast, so Oja's in with a real shout of getting through. 2 fastest qualifiers through to the final, as well as the winners of the 2 heats, so Oja is likely to join Mazur in the final.
I think the top 2 in both semi-finals are actually really strong athletes.
That's the result then. Championship record for Mazur and a personal best for Ronja Oja as well. Great run from her. That's confirmation of who is in the final then. Mazur and Samigalina, the 2 winners of the heats. Dedaj and Oja also through to the final later on this afternoon.
Another excellent morning here. And as you can see, a nice smattering of support for this morning session. It is 10:25 local time, Central European time, and this is the women's javelin F11 to 13 victory ceremony. Now, there were 3 starters in this, so there are only 2 medals to be distributed, as is the case. Good event this actually, and very, very strong champion at the top of the podium again.
Yeah, Natalia Eder of Austria, the silver medalist, pushed Anna Kulinic-Sorokina very hard. But Kulinic-Sorokina will add another gold medal to Russia's tally. Presentation party, Dr. Guzel Idrisova, an IPC Medical Committee member, and Luca Ceccarelli, Council member for Tourism and Rural Development here in the city of Grosseto.
It's originally from Belarus, but now married, naturalised Austrian, and an Austrian medalist again. It's normally a good joust between the top two here, and Ada coming in second place this time. Obviously, for the Olympic Games, it depends on the amount of qualifiers. And there's a prospect that some of our field may be in different competitions in Rio, but the join here. It's another gold medal in the javelin for Anna Sorokina. Married in the past year. Now competing as Anna Kulinic Sorokina. Well, Russia have had a brilliant games already. It's something we'll continue to say for the remainder of the week. It's an anthem we all recognise. Yes, Anna Kulinic Sorokina retaining successfully her European Javelin title. She's the reigning Paralympic champion and the former world champion too. And she's in the top step again. Right, we've got some long jump action for you now, and this is Martin Pareco-Macher, also a very good sprinter. This is T11. The athletes are completely blind, it's total visual impairment. Modesto Grossulis, our early leader, with 5:48, and the distances achieved here, you can see how they are achieved as well, by the way, with the guide getting the rhythm of the clapping, which obviously escalates, and then the shout for the takeoff, and 5 meters 64, Pareco-Macher's in the lead. Lex Gillette, the world record holder. And our next medal ceremony is the men's javelin F55. That again from last night.
This one won by Milos Zaric of Serbia. Silver medalist in Swansea 2 years ago. Silver medalist in Doha last year. Finally gets himself on the top of the podium. He was pushed close by Mustafa Yasenov of Bulgaria, who gets the silver. And Zaric's fellow Serbian, Nebojša Đurić, with a personal best to get the bronze medal. There he is, fourth in the discus, just outside the medals earlier in these championships. But bronze here in the men's javelin F55. Nebojša Đurić, bronze medalist. There is the silver medalist, the experienced Mustafa Yasenov. Goes better than the bronze that he achieved in this competition in the World Championships last year. It's silver in Europe for Mustafa Yasenov of Bulgaria. As I say, pushed Zaric very close, got right up close to 30 meters. Yasenov, 29.73 was his best effort. but it wasn't quite enough to beat this man, Milos Zaric of Serbia. Finally a gold medalist after settling for silver in Swansea 2 years ago. 30.86 metres. The only man to go over 30 metres in the field. And a worthy winner of the gold medal. Milos Zaric, the European champion 2016 in the men's Javelin F55. And look what it means to him. Silver's pretty good, but gold is oh so much better for Milos Zaric. The first time we've heard the Serbian national anthem here this year. Milos Zaric gets Serbia's first gold medal of the 2016 IPC Athletics European Championships.
Right, let's go back to the discus, and we've seen some brilliant action here already. Alan Davis is our leader. Some immense throwing. And we go back to Jaroslav Petrus, who's had 2 no-throws so far. Well, we've seen the best ever already in history. That world record of 54.14 in the 3rd round. Well, when he's put under pressure, he really knows how to bowl it out, Davis. The championship record in the 2nd round of 47.84, and then he did something absolutely immense. First throw beyond 50 metres in history in this event. 54.14. Superb. Now, Petrus it is. He's had a little bit of a wait. During the medal ceremonies, you see they stop competition in the field due to the national anthems being played. It's the courtesy of everybody standing to attention. He's from Prague, bronze in the last Europeans, 7th in the Javelin, which he also specialises. Then Barutuzzi, who is currently in 3rd place now, also has been a high jumper. That's again going out beyond 30 metres. Might be better than 32.16, but it's 6 centimetres away, 6 metres away from the medals. It's already had 2 no throws where he stepped out of the throwing circle. Even if he throws 35 dead, he stays in 6th place. Yeah, 33 metres 32, he improves by over a metre, but he stays in 6th place. So it's back to the track and semi-finals in the women's 400 metres T20. This the intellectual category, and we all know how strong the T20s are. Regular medalists in the form of Ilona Biaksi of Hungary and Aleta Melok of Poland. This is Peroska Sontis of Hungary is also a futsal player. That's the mini football. Finished 4th in the 400 meters at the World Championships, so she's a good prospect. But Aletta Mellock, who's here, the 800 meters champion, her first major championship gold since the 2011 World Championship 1500 meters in Christchurch. Galina Randolina of Russia, and then Ilona Baxi. One of the twins, her and Bernadette, were in the top 2 positions in the 1500 meters in Swansea, with Ilona taking the gold. She's the 1500 meters silver medalist here, behind Barbara Novidziel, who's in the 2nd semi-final. Didn't compete in the 8, but she's back in the 4. Mellock has her gold. Novidziel is the reigning world champion, a world record holder, clinched in Doha. Mellock did not compete in that, but she is going here over the 1 lap. So it's Karina Paim of Portugal in 2, Biaxi 3, Randolina 4, Mellock 5, Hosakova in 6, Yidstrom in 7, and Santos in lane 8. So away, first time, and a good start by Biaxi. Mellock actually a little slow out of the blocks. Randolina from Russia on her inside has started considerably better, and so is Hosakova from the Czech Republic, from the Sparta Prague club, who's absolutely flying at the moment, and on the outside, Idstrom's going well too. Now, Mellock will really need to kick on a little bit in the second half of this race. Paim of Portugal, and obviously Biaxi of Hungary. We're expecting a bit more from Biaxi, really. She's fallen back. Biaxi and Mellock, the 2 big names of this, are struggling at the moment. Paim on the inside for Portugal is faring very well indeed right now. Hosakova and Randolina started this very well, and they're maintaining that. Hosakova in lane 6, and on the inside it's Paim of Portugal in the first major championship. And now here comes Arteta Mellock, and here comes the other Hungarian, Santos, as well. It's Mellock for Portugal, and Biaxi's moving up as well. Oh, they timed that really well, didn't they? Mellock wins it. Santos in 2nd place for Hungary, and Biaxi, the Hungarian, in 3rd. Arteta Mellock, I think, just got that on the line. Or was it Kanafieva? It was really tight. Mellock up there all the way. There's been a malfunction in the results, I can tell you. Now, not ours, but on the big screen. They've actually inputted the 2nd semi-final, so it says Kanafieva's won, but she's in the other semi-final. It is Mellock who won it, Santos 2nd, Biaxi in 3rd. Mellock came through very well indeed. Look at that in lane 5. She started quite poorly, and Biaxi as well. They are more used to the longer distances. They've medalled regularly in that. But look at Santos of Hungary coming on the near side out of nowhere. 4th in the 400 meters in Doha. Good prospect, I would think, here of success in these European Championships. Well, Paim had done so well for Portugal, but just fading away right at the end. Biaxi overtaking it. Quite a few of those who'd started strongly fading towards the end, and look at the power of Mellock there. The strength in the arm. She comes through to get the win. So Aletta Mellock gets the victory. Santos in 2nd, Biaxi in 3rd. Championship record as well, 1:0.63. She, Santos and Biaxi, the 1, 2, 3. Back to the long jump, and Xavier Porras of Spain. It's his first attempt of the competition. Preco Massa leading right now, but he will have company from Porras, I'm sure. That's a solid attempt. You see his guide getting out of the way and then telling when to lead. Obviously the extra chalk dust there, the more generous launching area, and it's measured from where he takes off to where he lands. 6 meters 16 is his lifetime best. 6 meters 13 is a new championship record.
Back over to the men's discus F42. Alan Davies obliterated the world record, 54.14. This is his 4th attempt, Davies, and it's over 50 meters again. Another terrific effort. Not going to trouble that brand new world record that he set in his previous round, but another one over 50 meters. It's a really good display from Alan Davies. Just looks in the condition of his life at the moment. .14 in round 3. Absolutely blowing away the competition at the moment. Almost 10 meters clear. 49.75, that just shy of the 50-meter mark, in fact. But it's consistently long from Alan Davies.
Well, what a brilliant opening women's 400 meters semi-final it was, and Melok take it 1 minute .63, the new championship record. Piroska Sontis of Hungary on the near side, 0.05 of a second outside, and she was also inside the old championship record.
Here's the second semi-final then of the women's 400 meters T20. You've got the current world record holder in there, the reigning European champion, Barbara Nividzel, goes in lane 4. Sabina Stenka in 7 is the second quickest on paper this season. Kerezetsky on the outside lane for Hungary. That's Stenka there. Didn't finish the 1500 meters on Saturday, so we'll keep an eye on her. That's Ana Felipe of Portugal in lane 6, just 16 years of age. Then Kanafieva of Russia in lane 5. That is Barbara Nividzel. Her lifetime best 57.78 is the best ever recorded over this distance. She will take some stopping. That's Laurie Brandel of France. And then in lane 2 on the inside, Stefania Gudmundsdottir of Iceland, 18 years of age, a major championship debut. Top 3 from this heat through to the final on Wednesday, and then the 2 fastest qualifiers from across the 2 semi-finals. Gudmundsdottir in 2, Brandel in 3, Nividzel in 4, Kanafieva in 5, Felipe in 6, Stenka in lane 7, and Kerestesi in lane 8. The second semi-final of the women's 400 meters T20. Away they get first time. And it's a decent start for Kanafieva. Nividzel starting to make up some ground on her as well. Kanafieva and Nividzel going well in lanes 4 and 5 at the moment. Now Nividzel starts to power down the back straight. She's gone past Kanafieva and Felipe and starts to go past the other athletes in the outside lanes as well. It's all Barbara Nividzel at the moment as she comes around the bend. It's a really strong run from her at the moment, and I'm sure she'll have plenty in reserve as well. Also going well is Sabina Stenka, the second favourite for this semi-final, but into the home straight they come, and Nividzel is clear at the moment. Sabina Stenka is also coming through here. It's starting to slow down. Nividzel's going to come through and win this heat. Stenka gets second, and Kerestesi of Hungary in lane 8 comes through to also make the final. 1 minute .02. It's very quick from Nividzel. We had a new record in the previous heat, 1:0.63, and it's another one. Championship record for Barbara Nividzel.
She's a really supreme athlete. She's so confident here, and the thing is, she looked as if she was going at something like 75% rate. We've seen her go quite faster in the past, Stenka quite impressive in her first major championship without getting that finish in the longer distance. And look at her go in this. Nevidziel did so well. I mean, she didn't look as if she was putting everything into that at all. Just a simple qualification thing. She's been well coached, well instructed. Hungary have a very good program in this as well, so Keresteshi coming through in third. And Nevidziel with that new championship record, and it's when you see it put up on screen, it's a real collector's item. You'll see why. But Nevidziel, who's not been beaten in a championship race since winning silver behind Mellock in 2011.
Confirmation of the result then, a championship record and 1 minute exactly for Barbara Nevidziel. She's through to the final alongside Stenka, and a season's best for Keresteshi of Hungary.
So now let's go back to the long jump, and a man who's medalled this week in the 200 metres, Mehmet Tunk. He won silver in that. And he might just be in contention here. Javier Porras with that championship record in the opening round of 6 metres 13. Guide got out of the way in time. Had to time that absolutely spot on, actually. I remember if the guide goes away too early, then as we saw with Lex Gillette and Doha, you find yourself jumping towards the voice, and he actually landed just out of the pit on the side. But Tunk going quite well there. Great chance of getting into the medals, and he is in the bronze position at the moment. 5 minutes 50. 2 centimetres ahead of Grosseto. Here's Aled Davis now in the discus. He's already thrown a world record today, 54.14. It's his 5th round throw. The shout from Tom Habscheid, because he's just thrown a lifetime best, 45.41, and he is in the silver medal position now, ahead of Ovcharov of Bulgaria, who finally came up with some throws after a few fouls. Ovcharov is up into bronze. Habscheid with a silver in the discus 2 years ago, and he's on course for that again if things stay as they are. Now, Aled Davis, 54.14 with his 3rd round throw. It's a championship record, it's a world record, it's a European record. Is this another long one? Well, you can hear the reaction from him. He's stepped out of the circle already. It's a red flag, because that was dropping down around 44, 45 metres. But he's in the lead, he's got the world record. There'll be lots of letters after his name today in terms of season's best, British record, European record, and on. That fell around 42, 43, and he stepped right out. He wasn't even going to look for that to be measured. That still would have been a throw good enough probably for 3rd place. Ovcharov definitely wouldn't have walked out. Neither would Tuzi or the rest. Davis, the gold, I think is virtually his.
Over to the long jump. 2nd attempt for Pablo Cantero Lopez of Spain. 5:36, his opening round effort. That one doesn't look likely to get too close to that. Cantero Lopez, currently in 5th place. There he is, 4 meters 94, his 2nd round effort, Cantero Lopez.
So we go back to the track, and we have semi-finals action all the way this morning, and it's the men's 400 meters T12. It's the first semi-final of 2, 3 going in it, just the winner qualifying automatically for the final. Now, being T12, you can have a guide if you wish. And Timothy Adolphe has gone for that, but he's the only way electing to do so. Luis Goncalves of Portugal is in lane 7, the twice gold medalist of the Europeans in Stade Canal and the 400 meters champion at the Worlds in Doha. This is our double champion in the 100 and the 200 so far this week, Timothy Adolphe. And he's the reigning European champion in this, won 2 golds in Swansea. He was 4th in the 100 metres. He's going for the clean sweep here. He's T11, so it's complete visual impairment, so he does need a guide. And this is Jose Luis Fernandez of León in Spain, his first major championship. Goncalves actually is the fastest season's best. Adolphe quite swift too. His guide is Fadil Balabous. So Fernandez in lane 3, Timothy Adolphe in 5 with Fadil Balabous and Luis Goncalves in 7. Only the winner and the next 2 fastest losers will go through to the final. A lot of those finals happening tonight. It's mainly sprint semis today in the morning session. Yeah, they'll just have to reset. That won't go down as a full start. There had been a little bit of noise down there. And probably they'll be shown a yellow or a green card, as is the procedure. Fernandez did come away. Yeah, it's a green card, all is good. They had found themselves quite unsettled down there just before the reset, so nobody was in any danger of being eliminated. So the men's 400 metres T12, it's Jose Luis Fernandez of Spain in 3. Here's Timothy Adolphe of France in 5. The only one with a guide, and Luis Goncalves of Portugal in lane 7. So this time we are away. A very good start, actually, I thought, by Fernandez, but Adolphe can get into his rhythm quite quickly, having already won the 100 and the 200 here. But Fernandez actually started excellently, and so is Luis Goncalves on the outside for Portugal, who's won 4 major championship titles in his career and who's been winning major medals since 2008, formerly running with Brazil, born in Porto Alegre. It's a good footballing city, a decent athletic city as well. Fernandez up with Timothy Adolphe at the moment. Looks like he might just be struggling, but we'll see how he does when he straightens up. Goncalves getting away very well indeed. This is a brilliant display by Fernandez. I did note that he had a fantastic start here. He's the most inexperienced of the 3-4 men on the track. Fernandez still going well, and here comes Timothy Adolphe to fight back. It's only the winner who's going to make it, but the Spaniard does take it. Fernandez wins it brilliantly. Adolphe in 2nd, Goncalves in 3rd, and the 21-year-old from León in his first major championship has got the win here. It's a lifetime best by over a second and a half. 51.20 unofficial. Well, the start was excellent. It's been rounded down to 51.18. Adolphe will have to wait. I think he'll make it as the fastest loser. Maybe Goncalves will as well, but obviously, it's a very strong field in the second semi-final as well. But Jose Luis Fernandez, absolutely blinding. And for a man who's in his first championship, right from the gun, he made himself stand out.
Went off at a blistering pace, Fernandez, and just had the staying power. Here they came around the top bend, and he led into the straight by a good few meters. And this is when Timothy Adolphe started to get going and eating up the ground. Just a little look over his shoulder, Fernandez, and Adolphe started to power through. He thought he might pip it on the line. Fernandez gave absolutely everything and just about held on the line. Goncalves did really well to come in close in 3rd as well.
Goncalves had started very well himself and had a strong lead on the back straight, but Fernandez honestly was catching the eye a lot. Not much between them on the line at all. There's the evidence of it. So lifetime best for Jose Luis Fernandez. The European record for Adolph in second because he's a T11 guest in this. And Goncalves in third. They might all go through, but Fernandez definitely does for now.
Over to the long jump. This is Parejo Maza of Spain, his second attempt. 5.64 in his first. Good enough for the silver medal position already. You can hear the guide shouting there, and that's another decent effort indeed for Parejo Maza. His fellow countryman sits on top of this competition at the moment, Javier Porras, with a championship record 6.13. Parejo Maza not getting out as close to 6 meters as his compatriot. 5.64 in the first round, 5.67 in this round, a 3 centimeter improvement. He remains in second place.
Well, not only is it Spain 1-2, but it's Barcelona 1-2. Porras based there as well, and Parejo Maza with the Hospitalet club. So, Alan Davis, to round off his competition, he has been magnificent. A new world record in the discus. 54.14, that coming in round 3. So how can he round off? Is he gonna pull out another one? Well, it's again around 44, 45 meters. That magnificent throw, the first in history in this category beyond 50 meters. And it's another to add to his goal-laden career. Really pulled it out of the fire. He was under big pressure from Tom Haubscheid early on, and he stepped out of the circle. But what a fine set of marks anyway. Alan Davis is the European champion again. So he retains the double in the shot and the discus. Reigning world champion in both. Paralympic Games champion as well. Great recognition. World record 54.14. Alan Davis takes the gold then for Great Britain. Tom Haubscheid, a brilliant silver, just as it was 2 years ago for him. And it was bronze in the end for Ovtcharov. Tuzi, fourth for France after his shot silver. Great competition, 5 centimeters. Tuzi lost out by Davis, Haubscheid, Ovtcharov to 1-2-3. As you can see, the wind has picked up quite a bit here. It's cooled down a little bit in comparison to an hour ago. You can see the national flags. So now, these the athletes who've qualified to the final of the women's 400 metres T20. Melok with the first championship record, beaten by Novizia, a minute dead. And Karina Paim and Katarina Husakova also going through. This is Andrei Koptev, who's lying in 6th place. You'll hear the guide either shouting or clapping. And then it'll accelerate, it'll get louder the closer he gets, and then he'll be told to lift off. The guide has to get out of the way. And Koptev, I actually think, took off just before that white chalk section, and they'll only start measuring from the start of it. Normally it's where the foot ends, from toe to toe, if you like, toe to heel, which is what has Porras in front. But because he's actually missed the start of the chalk dust, they'll measure from there. It'll be short, 4.86. Koptev stays in 6th place. It is one of the more remarkable events.
Back over we go to the track then, the men's 400 metres T12 second semi-final. In lane 3 goes the reigning European champion, Thomas Ulbricht. Also goes in the 200-metre final later on today. In 5, Juan Muñoz Martinez. And Haim Solomovic in lane 7. There he is, major championship debut for the athlete from Israel. 4th in the 200 meters T11 final yesterday. This is Juan Muñoz Martinez of Spain, 20 years of age. Great run to win his 200 meter heat yesterday. How will he fare over double the distance? This is Thomas Ulbricht, 30 years of age from Germany. Season's best of 50.28, just 100th of a second shy of his lifetime best, the reigning European champion. 7th in Doha last year. The winner of this heat, and then the 2 fastest qualifiers selected from across the 2 heats. Ulbricht, the reigning champion, in 3. Muñoz Martinez in 5, and Haim Solomovic in lane 7, the second semi-final of the men's 400 meters T12. Ulbricht and Muñoz Martinez running without guides. Haim Solomovic is a T11 athlete on the outside. He will run with his guide Cyril Ullman, and away they go. And already Muñoz Martinez making up lots of ground on Solomovic. He's absolutely raced past him in the opening 100 meters here. Thomas Ulbricht's going really well as well, and it's those 2 that are accelerating away down the back straight. Not a lot to choose between the 2 of them at the moment. Remember, a 2-lane stagger, so we'll see how this pans out as we come around the top bend. Still Muñoz Martinez going well, but Ulbricht is starting to go through the gears now. The German, the reigning champion, is closing that gap as they come around towards the home straight. Muñoz Martinez went out well. Ulbricht will come into the straight just a metre or so behind him. Muñoz Martinez is hanging on here, the Spaniard. Ulbricht is trying to run him down, but he's not going to. Muñoz Martinez is going to win this semi-final. Great performance from him. Ulbricht crosses the line in 2nd place. Muñoz Martinez was brilliant in the 200 meters yesterday, and the 20-year-old has done it again here. He's through to the final of the men's 400 meters. The reigning champion, Thomas Ulbricht, has to settle for 2nd place. We'll double-check the times there to see what kind of speed that was. Remember, the fastest 2 qualifiers from the 2 semi-finals will go through. But what a run that was from Muñoz Martinez. Came around the bend into the straight with a metre or so's gap, and it looked as if Ulbricht would just stretch his legs and start to get going. But Muñoz Martinez, so strong. We knew he was good over 200 meters yesterday, but great strength in the 400 as well. That's a terrific performance. As we say, just 20 years of age. 6th in Doha last year, and the winner of the 2nd semi-final, Juan Muñoz Martinez. There in the background coming through, Haim Solomovic, his major championships debut. Championship experience for him, as we say, 4th in the 200 meters T11 final yesterday. But no doubting the winner of this. Muñoz Martinez with a personal best, 50.43. Ulbricht comes through in 51.13.
So a couple of medal ceremonies to come, but first we can tell you that Thomas Ulbricht and Timothy Adolphe are through. That European record for Adolphe and Calves misses out. So the women's discus F57. Really good competition again. And gold here for Ireland and Orla Barry. Previously a European champion in 2012. A really, really good competition once more. Tends to be quite competitive. North Africa and China quite strong in this also. And they to be thrown into the mix for Rio. Now, the mayor of the city of Grosseto is involved here, Emilio Bonifazi, and Luca Ceccarelli, who's also a council member for tourism and rural development for the city of Grosseto. 88,000 population. It's quite sizable city. Martina Willing, who first started winning major medals in the 88 Paralympic Games in Seoul. It was the first time that the Paralympic Games was held in the same city as the Olympic Games, and that it would continue that way. There had been a couple of previous Paralympic Games that have been held in the Olympic city too, but from 88 it was formalised it would be forever thus. 88 is when she won silver in the shot. Ivanka Kaleva, also very, very good athlete. Gold in the shot put at Sydney 2000. Gold in the discus back in 94. She's also been a very good powerlifter in her day. The former world champion, a Paralympic Games champion, is back in the podium for the first time in 16 years at a major championship. Great work by the Bulgarian.
Winner of the gold and European champion, representing Ireland,
Ola Barry takes the gold for Ireland. Ireland's second gold in Grosseto. Previously European champion 4 years ago in the Netherlands. Silver in Swansea, silver in Lyon at the World Championships, and a bronze in Doha. Primed for Rio, having won bronze in this at London 2012. European champion for the second time, Ola Barry takes the gold for Ireland. A great feeling to be on top of the podium with the Paralympic Games only 3 months away. Ola Barry takes the honours for Ireland for the second time at European level. Really strong competitor. She's with Lee Vale AC in Cork and from Ladies Bridge in East Cork, right down in the south coast. Up the ramp we go. Also quite a welcome feeling for Ivanka Kaleva. So long since she's won a major championship medal. Big moment for Ola Barry. Very, very well supported there. See, chap. Razor. Parasports is a big deal in Ireland. There are about 90 hours of live television in Ireland for the 2012 London Games. And another gold for Ola Barry to go home with. make that the 6th championship medal of her career. She came really close in 2011 in the world. She finished 4th in the discus, and actually in 06 as well, but had to wait quite a while before getting onto the podium. She hasn't been off since. Right, next medal ceremony coming up, and it was actually the preceding event yesterday, the men's shot put F35, to get the afternoon session underway yesterday. Another Russian gold, another British silver, and another Polish bronze. I think pretty much the 3 most successful nations in Grosseto.
Alexander Elmin successfully defending his European crown with a new championship record to boot. The season's best for Palinski. Got silver 2 years ago and bronze in Doha. He was the world champion in 2013. Just the bronze here in Grosseto this year in what was a very competitive field. Still looks fairly pleased with the bronze medal, Palinski. Terrific performance for Sam Ruddock as well. The season's best for him. 5th 2 years ago in Swansea, 5th last year in Doha, and that's what it means to him to be on the podium. Clench of the fist for the British athlete, and a silver medal around his neck. The customary little chew on that silver medal as well. Sam Ruddock, the silver medalist in the men's shot put F35, but still the European champion, the only man that could get over 14 meters, a championship record of 14.06. Successfully defends his title. Alexander Elmin of Russia stands on top of the podium for the nation that is taking these championships by storm. Bronze for Palinski, silver for Ruddock, and gold for Alexander Elmin. And the Russian national anthem to come up. Alexander Elmin is the European champion in the men's shot put F35, and it's another gold for Russia, 28 and counting.
So now let's go back to the long jump, and Xavier Porres, our leader with a championship record, 6 meters 13. He's from Barcelona. He went to the Olympic Games there in 1992. Carl Lewis really impressed him. Then his sight began to go. I thought, well, if I'm going to do anything in life, why can't I try and emulate him? And he's doing so brilliantly. Oh, he's well out again, isn't he? That's long. That is impressively long. He just caught the start of the chalk, so he's okay. It'll be measured from there, where his foot ended. That is impressively long. Atlanta 96, the European record was set. There was 6:67 from Jose Rodriguez. There's been a championship record already from Borges, and he's close to another one. It's 6 meters 12. Well, let's go to the men's club throw. And we're going to watch Miroslav Matic of Croatia, 3 times a Paralympian. All 6 throws coming at once. Bronze in the club at the last European Championships. Only major championship medal. Relatively strong field in this club throw. Goes beyond 20 meters generally. Miroslav Matic going really good on it. 21.56 his best so far, and that puts him into second place behind our leader from the Czech Republic, Jan Vanek. So back to the track and semi-finals of the men's 800 meters T54, the fastest of the wheelchair races. 2 of these 5 have already medalled. Richard Cesaro of Great Britain and Alessandro Balde of Germany. But all of them have been in finals. Tobias Luther, 9th in the 5,000 meters. Julian Casserly was 4th in that. Regular major championship medalist, mainly in relays. Alessandro Balde, bronze in the 5,000 here. Ivan Goncharov is also a biathlete and married to Margarita Goncharova, as you'll know. And Richard Cesaro, gold in the 200. Silver in the 4, and he's having a very good week. It's only his 2nd major championship, actually. Very, very impressive week. The man from Harlow. So, Cesaro in 3, Goncharov 4, Balde 5, Casserly 6, Lutzer in 7. It's the first 3 to go through over 800 meters. That was a very quick takeoff, wasn't it? Balde's got away very well. Cesaro in the inside for Great Britain. Really good takeoff by Cesaro, and here's the break. Cesaro, Balde and Casserly are the 3 to take it away, and it's the first 3 to go through. Hasn't been decided already. Goncharov and Lutzer quite a bit behind at the moment and finding it hard to get back into it. Goncharov, who was 8th in the 5,000 meters final, you might say that he's more of a long distance man. He went out in the semi-finals in the 400 meters, but it's Cesaro taking it away. Balde in 2nd place. Casserly in 3rd. Casserly had finished 4th in the 5,000 meters final. He's already won 7 major championship medals in his career, 3 of those in relays, and surely it's these 3 who are going to go through unless something catastrophic happens to them in the final 300 meters. Cesaro taking it out very well indeed. His life story well reported on by us this week. Balde in 2nd place, Casserly 3rd, and really they can go through in whatever order they desire. They will be our 3 winners because they're about a quarter of a lap clear. No worries for these 3 at all. Cesaro leading them out, Balde and Casserly, and they can do it in this order if they desire. It really doesn't matter at this stage. They're all going through. Balde moving up on the inside. Cesaro, Balde, Casserly in that order. And they are our 3 qualifiers for the final. And it was somewhat easy for them, really. Trotted around 1:33.13. 2 seconds outside the world record of Marcel Hug, set 6 years ago. Didn't really take a lot out of any of them, and you wouldn't say they were going at 100% full tilt. Wasn't full racing all the way, just for qualifying positions. How much faster can they go in the final? Hug's record has lasted a long time. In a couple of weeks' time will be the 6-year anniversary of it. Cesaro leading them out. No trouble at all. Gold in the 2, silver in the 4 for him. Balde bronze in the 5th in the 5,000. Julian Casserly 4th in the 5,000 here and 5th in the 400. They're all in the final of the 800. No problem at all. So Cesaro wins it. Championship record it was as well, 133.13. Balde and Castle going through also. Grosseto of Lithuania in the long jump. And he just got there right at the end. Remember, it's total visual impairment. And he left the launch pad really late there. Oh, he actually strayed off. Not very far, so that explains it. And that's what can happen. And I think he just got out of that jump in the end. 4.71 meters. He did pull out of that slightly. Grosseto, who is from Plunge in Lithuania. Not sure it's pronounced that way, but Plunge is what he's doing into the sand here. Finished 5th in the long jump 2 years ago. Alan Davis celebrating his world record in the discus, and he is the double champion again. We're joining Pareko Massa here in the 3rd round. The Spaniard currently lying in 2nd place, 5.67 in the 2nd round. Porras leading 6.13 meters. Really has to improve by half a meter here. Getting a little bit wayward, and actually he took off before the choke, which means he'll be marked down on that. Gave away maybe 10 centimeters there, unfortunately. 5.40 meters, he stays in 2nd place. Yeah, nice blue skies again today. Has cooled down a little bit. You'll see 4 men with racing chairs on the closing straight. Another semi-final to come in the men's 800 T54. Xavier Porras is about to go again in the men's long jump T11 final. 6.13 meters and 6.12 meters so far. The first being a championship record. Spain in pole position, top 2 places. Andrei Koptev, by the way, has just gone out to 5.65 and up into 3rd above Mehmet Tunç of Turkey, who drops to 4th. So, Porras. Been winning major championship medals since 2006. He was the triple jump world champion. Yes, the guide you can see there, well, that just didn't quite go according to plan. But the guide there, there was just a little bit of miscoordination, I think. Yeah, just pulled out of it in the end, so stepped off it in the end. Here's the guide. So when the shouting accelerates, that's obviously when the athlete's getting closer towards the takeoff point, and if they coordinate it right, which didn't quite happen there, then he'll take off at the right place, lunge himself out. Obviously, it's total faith. We're talking about T11 athletes, total visual impairment. They're completely blind. They're in the hands of their guide. Have to get it absolutely right. That's 3.62 meters. You can see what happens when it doesn't quite go 100%.
Second semi-final on the track of the men's 800 meters T54 then. Alexei Pichenok, lane 3. Adelaide of France in 4. Maguire of Britain in 5, Ganze of Russia in 6, and then David Weir of Great Britain in lane 7. 2 gold medals already at these championships for David Weir. There he is, David Weir, 37 years of age, 2 golds already here in Grosseto. Next to him, Alexander Ganzai, his 4th event of these championships. Nathan Maguire of Great Britain, lane 4 is Alex Adelaide of France. And then the fastest man in this semi-final on paper this season, Alexei Bichenok. 1:34.96, his best this season. He goes in lane 3. The first 3 in this heat will go through to the final this afternoon. And then the 2 fastest qualifiers from the 2 semi-finals. Expect it to be the inside and the outside. Bichenok and David Weir that take this. Away they go then. Bichenok already making up some ground on Alex Adelaide. David Weir going off strongly over on the outside. 4 in a line there inside of him, but David Weir off to a strong start. Bichenok has made up plenty of ground though on the inside now, and it's Bichenok who leads into the break. David Weir coming across from that outside position. Bichenok 1, David Weir 2 at the moment, and it's Alex Adelaide of France who currently occupies the 3rd place, but Bichenok comes around the bend with David Weir right behind him. Adelaide is going to have to fight off the other 2 athletes here to be the 3rd man through to the final. Into the home straight they come. Bichenok leads it. David Weir behind. This is going true to form, this semi-final, and Adelaide's going to have to work hard to hang on here. Alex Adelaide trying to hang on. Nathan Maguire might come through as well as they hit the bell and into the final lap. Bichenok still leading ahead of Weir. Adelaide, then Maguire, and then Ganzai behind. And now Maguire makes a move on Adelaide. You'll see in the right of your picture there. Nathan Maguire moving up into 3rd place. Still Bichenok leads from David Weir. First 3 through to the final, remember. Bichenok and Weir. And then it's Maguire currently occupying 3rd place. Bichenok's going to come through. Weir maybe happy to sit on his shoulders, and Ganzai has gone past Maguire for 3rd place. It's Bichenok who crosses the line to win it. David Weir 2nd, and Ganzai came right from the back to beat Nathan Maguire on the line and take the 3rd place. The 3rd and final place in this afternoon's final. No doubting the winner though. Alexei Bichenok led at the break and led thereafter. 1:35.77 for Bichenok. So he is through to the final. 4:24 Central European time this afternoon. David Weir and Bichenok not having to work particularly hard here, just going through the motions to get themselves safely into the final and conserve as much energy as possible. They've competed in lots of events already. Bichenok silver in the 200 and the 5,000 and bronze in the 400. Wins another heat. But it's all about what happens in the final this afternoon. David Weir there on his tail. Bichenok is through to the final, so is David Weir, and also Alexander Ganzai. Valiant effort from Nathan Maguire, a personal best for him. 1:39.59, just beaten in the last few meters or so by Ganzai. Let's have a look who qualifies. That PB does get Nathan Maguire through. Julien Cassoli, the quickest man in the semi-finals. Those are the 8 that will contest the final this afternoon. We'll go back over to the long jump competition. This is Mehmet Tunç, 3rd attempt for him. Best of 5.50 so far. That's out towards a similar distance for the Turkish athlete. 200-meter silver yesterday, just 18 years of age. Tunç currently lying in 4th place, 5.5 meters. It's 5.58. It's a slight improvement. It takes him closer to the medal places, but still in 4th at the moment, Mehmet Tunç. Over we go then to the men's club throw, also happening out in the field. It's Marian Correja, 22.30, his best so far. This is 5th attempt. Former table tennis player, 5th in Doha last year. ...35 years of age, Marian Correja. former Javelin champion. Out that goes. That may well have been out of the sector. .22.65 his best so far. That came in round 4. That 5th round effort was a foul. So he's got one more go to try and make an improvement. The current leader of the competition, the 5th athlete to go rather, in this men's club throw F51. Has he got anything else in the locker, Kareja? He waits to see if he can improve on 22.65. Closest to him at the moment, Jan Vanek, has had all 6 of his throws 22.31, so Grosseto leads with just 3 athletes to go. He'd love to make that target a bit further away for the men still to come. 23.73, it is an improvement. He saves his best till last. Great effort from Marian Kareja of Slovakia. He leads, as we say, with just 3 athletes to come.
So now let's take another look at Modestas Grauselis of Lithuania, currently lying in 5th place, and coordination just going a bit there, I'm afraid. Ran straight through. As he actually just stepped beyond the chalk, so that'll be given as a red. So I can just tell you, by the way, the track action has just finished. We were due to have 2 semi-finals of the men's 200 metres T44, and they have been cancelled, apparently. They still actually measure that, 272 for Grauselis. So still quite a bit to go in this men's long jump T11 competition. We're in round 4, and obviously it takes a little bit longer to set all of the athletes up. For obvious reasons, this being total visual impairment. It's one of these events that I'm pretty sure, with London 2012 being the most watched Paralympic Games ever, an event that most people had seen for the first time. It is just one of these remarkable competitions. Spain well supported here. Another decent crowd this morning, few hundred. We've had pretty much the same decent crowds each session. They've done very well, I think, really, to promote this championship locally, which is why we've had decent crowds, a good atmosphere every morning. There have been 1 or 2 championships we've been at the past few years where crowds haven't been as high. I thought Swansea would have had massive crowds, considering it had been 2 years after the London Paralympics that it was going to be in Britain. Not quite sure why the crowds didn't match the expectation. There's a little bit of deliberation going on right now, as you can see. There are some medal ceremonies coming up, by the way, and because of the track action being cancelled, there were only 2 more races to come.
First one, 216.
So obviously what will either happen
Second,
is the
486.
semi-finals will be moved to the
700.
afternoon session, or I think probably we've had one or two dropouts. Anyway, here's Mehmet Tunk. We're back running in the long jump. It is the 4th round, and that's a really good effort by the Turkish athlete who won the silver in the 200 meters. He needs to improve by 7 centimeters to get back into the medals again and get into 3rd place ahead of Russia's Andrei Koptev, who's 5:65. Guide got out of the way in time, 5:58. And that's been given as a foul. That has been. Just stepped beyond the chalk. Obviously, Grosseto had barely got that right last time around.
Very fine margins for Mehmet Tunç, because that looked like it would have got him well within the medal positions, but just over the chalk there. This is Andrei Koptev, who currently occupies the bronze medal position. Silver in the 100 meters here, surrendered his European title from 2 years ago. Haven't really seen him in a major long jump competition since Christchurch in 2011, Koptev. Just making sure his footwear is adequately fastened and in position as his guide makes his way down to that area of chalk, that takeoff point. Koptev's 4th effort here, currently occupying the bronze medal position with an effort of 5:65 in round 3. Is there an improvement here? Because he's got Mehmet Tunç hot behind him, and he got that all wrong. Andrei Koptev, we've seen a couple of times in this competition, if there's just a slight miscommunication between the athlete and the guide, then there can be mistakes made. Yeah, and he just misheard the call, maybe, Andrei Koptev, and took off well before that chalk, and only just made it into the pit, actually, Koptev. We say total faith in the guide. And if you just misread a shout or misread a clap, that's what can happen. Andrei Koptev, lucky that it was a soft landing. He just about got himself into the pit.
I mean, it is a remarkable event, and we've seen the 12s as well.
1.63 that's been measured at, and just an indicator of the miscommunication there and an early takeoff. This is Parejo Matha, currently occupying the silver medal position. 5.67 meters, his best, well short of his compatriot Javier Porras, who's well out in front of this competition at the moment. Silver in Swansea for Parejo Matha. Needs a huge improvement, needs to go over 6 meters for the first time in his life to challenge Javier Porras.
Now, he's okay, I think. I don't think he's going to be flagged for that, but obviously the coordination had just gone a bit wrong there, and that's how it can happen. He actually finished 10th in the World Championships in Doha. Very good on the track as well. Won bronze in the 100 and the 4x1 in Swansea, and won bronze again in the Spanish relay team in Doha. Obviously, maybe he actually was leading with the wrong foot, because you can see he's putting emphasis on the left here. So there was a fear that he wasn't going to take off properly. Here we go again. Well, that's a long effort. I just wonder if he didn't actually go through the chalk there. You can see the roll of the guide. I think he stepped beyond, and it's been red flagged. And yeah, I thought he stepped beyond it, and that's because he did. So it's a no jump for him, and it's his first no jump of the competition. Otherwise, that might have been about 6 meters.
Back to the drawing board for Parejo Matha. Had to halt his run-up and then went too long on the second attempt with his 4th round jump, but still in the silver medal position at the moment. Javier Porras up next. A championship record 6.13 meters recorded in the first round. Man from Barcelona. Just listening for when he needs to start his run up here. Javier Porras. Attempt number 4, our current leader. And it looks like a really good effort again for Javier Porras. Got it a bit wrong in the third round. 3.62 was all he could manage, but looks like he's back on the money here. Fantastic effort from Porras.
He was just in the white chalk there. Now, he may not seem to have travelled as far into the sand, but that doesn't really matter because, as you see, they measure from the furthest chalk mark into the sand. So it may have looked shorter than his 2 previous efforts, but and much shorter at that, but it could be quite close. And in fact, it is. 6 meters 06, that's really good. Apart from the third one, that's a really good set of marks. Each one would be good for gold at the moment.
3 leaps over 6 meters for Javier Porras. He's going to take some catching. Pablo Cancero Lopez, one of 3 Spaniards in this final. Currently bottom of the pile, 5.36 his best, achieved that in the opening round. A couple of fouls in round 3 and 4. Just being hushed, the crowd, so that Pablo Cancero Lopez can hear his guide clearly down the runway. Needs an improvement of about 30 centimeters or so to get himself into medal contention. This guy just asked him to pull his run up there, or he brings himself to a halt just in time.
But again, that's okay. He can go back to the start as long as he doesn't cross the plane of the start to the launching area. Now, obviously, an IAAF competition, there's a countdown clock as well, but you're given much more leeway here for obvious reasons. 5:36 is best so far. He is an additional 30 centimeters, and he is in the medal, so he's not that far off. Just waved a little bit towards the left there, though. His lifetime best is 5 meters 46, and that would still have him in 6th place. But competition championships always a great place to improve on that. Something quite classic about the Spanish uniforms. There's normally very good coordination in some nations, by the way, between the Olympic, the Paralympic and the athletics teams, and that they generally will wear either an identical design or something very, very similar. 484, 5th place for him. Should I say 6th place for him in the 5th round? No improvement.
Next up, Lithuania's Modestas Grauzilis. Currently lying in 5th place, 5.48 his best. 17 centimeters outside the medals at the moment. He just had a bit of a breakdown in communication in his previous effort. 272 is what it was measured at. So needs a bit of improvement here, Grauzilis. well over his season's best in this competition. His personal best, 5.51. Needs to go further than that to get into the medals here. Just running off to the right-hand side of the runway and may well have taken off late there. He did. It's been red flagged, Grausilis. So a no jump for him. His second no jump of the competition.
The pity is he'd actually gone out a good distance as well. I mean, you can see him landing actually around 6 meters. Grausilis' lifetime best is 5.51. That, had he got it right in terms of his line and then where he took off, he's only 17 centimeters away from the medals from Andrei Koptov in third, and he's add on another 2, and that's where Pareko Matha is in the silver medal position. It's really tight away from Porras. There's only 31 centimeters between second and sixth. So the medals are still right well up for grabs there, including Mehmet Tunç of Turkey. That excellent silver medal in the 200, his first major championship medal, and his third major championship. Oh, again, he's too late, and again, he went out a good distance there, I'm afraid. So that's going to go down as a foul also. Ah, yeah, well beyond it. He finished 7th in the long jump in Swansea at the last European Championships, then 8th in Doha at the Worlds. Just the strides were marginally too long, and then when it came to take off, he'd overcompensated in advance. It's a decent set of marks. Well, you know, his team are slightly discontent, but I think he's not very far away. Anyway, here goes Koptev.
5th round effort for Andrei Koptev, just inside the medal positions at the moment. 7 centimeters ahead of that man we just saw, Mehmet Tunç. And Tunç could well have a big leap in him in the final round. So Koptev needs to keep applying the pressure, just 2 centimeters short of the silver medal position at the moment, but he jumped far too early that time, Koptev. Did so in the previous round as well. So 5.65 remains his best in round 3. A couple of miscommunicated there, you see, well before that square of chalk. Will still be measured, but won't be a particularly favourable addition to his scorecard.
They're having quite the conversation, aren't they? Well, another 2 centimeters. Actually taking Kant back into the equation, that's 3.24. So another 3 centimeters for Koptev, and he'd be in the silver medal position. I still think there are a few big jumps to test Xavier Porras as we return to Matan Pareko Matha, who, like Porras, as we said before, Barcelona boy, L'Hospitalet, on the outskirts of the city. They've a football team there that on occasion will go quite far in the Spanish Cup. If I recall, they'd quite a big derby against Barcelona in the Cup a few years ago. So Pareko Matha, 4 major championship medals in his day. Can he get the run up right and launch himself out? And he has. That's a good attempt. Well, we've seen with a few efforts from various athletes this morning how it can go wrong. There's so many variables in this that you have to get absolutely right.
You do indeed. Pareko Matha is not far away from his season's best in this competition at the moment with 5.67. That had plenty of distance to it, and his guide giving him all the instructions. We'll still have one more jump to come, Pareko Matha, to see if he can get close to Javier Porras. Just waiting to see exactly how long that 5th round effort was. 5.79, it's an improvement, and it's a season's best for Pareko Matha. Good effort from him, but he remains in the silver medal position at the moment.
It's actually not far off his lifetime best either of 5.94, but he'll need to add 20 centimetres exactly onto that to go past this man. Xavier Porras is in really prime form, and the last major title he claimed was the 2006 World Championship in the triple jump. And his major championship debut in Athens in 2004. You'll see they're in the same team, it's the same coach, both Barcelona-based. Quintero Lopez has a different coach, the third Spaniard in this, who was not very far off the medal either. But here we go, Porras, our leader. That's okay, he can move back. You'll note that right alongside the takeoff point, which is shielded from our direct line of sight in the commentary gantry, the countdown clock is there, which is really for the guide and not the athlete. There'll still be a bit of time. Both from the same camp. So here he comes. He's away, look at that, look at that. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he's extended his championship record even more. But another variable, of course, that you have to take into this is when the athlete wants to go off himself, and that's additional coordination between himself and his guide, his coach. Coach then has to vary the calls once the athlete starts his run up and he's comfortable. I'll tell you, Porras is comfortable. A 6.13, 6.12, 6.06, his best three so far. Surely that's beyond 6 meters again. Because of the variation in the takeoff point, it makes it slightly harder to judge. But I think he's done really well there, Xavier Porras. Oh, he's extended his championship record by a centimetre, 6 meters 14. Porras surely on the way to goal.
Still going on is the men's club throw F51. This is Radim Belez. Big roar from Belez of the Czech Republic. 43 years of age. Came 10th in Doha, Belez. Remember, the athletes put all 6 of their throws in consecutively. 23.94 for Belez, an improvement in the third round.
So let's continue in the men's long jump final, and we're into the last round. Pablo Quintero Lopez of Spain, 5.36 is best so far, and needs an improvement of 30 centimeters to displace Andrei Koptev in the bronze medal position. It is definitely very possible for Quintero Lopez. Lifetime best is 5.46. But definitely the potential's there to massively improve. Well, he got the takeoff right. Not sure he got the landing right, though. And he's made quite a massive canyon in that sand. So I don't think it's an improvement on his 5.36 in the opening round. Incredibly tight between places 2 and 6. It's what we always say about the margins being really, really tight when it comes to championship athletics, and particularly when you come to an event like this, which is as unique as it gets. Now the wind is blowing up again, by the way. Quintero Lopez 5 meters 11. Now that was plus 0.7. There hasn't been a minus wind reading today. It's blowing at all their backs. I think the strongest reading we've had is plus 3.2, the best ever to Mehmet Tunk so far. That has him in 4th place. It's an open stadium. We've got the grandstand on the main side here, which follows the curvature of the track, but the rest of the stadium is quite open. You've got what in some countries you call bucket seats on 2 sides, basically behind the goals of this Serie B stadium. Anyway, for Lithuania, Modestas Grauselis, 5:48, needs another 17, 18 centimeters for bronze.
What has he got in his final jump here, the Lithuanian? 5th in Swansea 2 years ago. 5th here at the moment in Grosseto. Just one more jump to come. An improvement of 18 centimeters and a new personal best needed for Modestas Grauselis. His final attempt here. I don't think it's going to trouble his best, unfortunately for him. Not a bad effort. Timed it pretty well, but just didn't quite get enough power in the lift-off in the end. .548, his best. Grauselis just 3 short of his personal best, so he's performing right at the top end of his ability here in this final. Just 20 years of age, so still lots of potential and improvement to come from him in future years. A big sigh from him. His job is done. 485 his final jump measured at. 548 his best. We'll see him finish 5th.
Let's go back then to the club throw. Radim Belez, this is his 5th attempt for the Czech thrower. And here's our current leader. There's still a couple left to throw in this competition. It started bang on 10 a.m. here, and it's now midday. Previous best was 23.94, and that's around the same region again for the Czech. This is F51, which is the most restrictive of the wheelchair categories, but 24.32 is quite decent. He's our leader. And it's Tunk of Turkey. Now, he had a help of a good breeze for his best attempt. So here he comes. 5:58, needs to add on another 10, and he won't. He won't. It's 4th for Mehmet Tunk. And he was knocking on the door of a medal. Genuinely, and he just put too much into it. Pity. I think he would have been good value for a medal here. 5:58, he misses out by 7 centimeters. Had been in the medals for a while. Had been in 3rd place. And at one stage he was 6 centimeters away from silver. But this man overtook him in that 3rd round. Tunk had gone out to 5:58, and with the very next leap, Koptev 5:65. Now, if he can add on 15 centimeters, he's up into silver. It's not a bad attempt. In one of the cerebral palsy categories, we saw a karate kick of a leap yesterday, and it was kind of won by Koptev. Swung around in midair. Pretty sure that won't be an improvement. He lost quite a bit there while he was turning, so it will be bronze for Koptev. Silver in the triple jump in 2011. He's never actually medalled in a long jump competition. He will here, though. Regular relay gold medalist, 5:23, still not bad. It's bronze for Koptev. It's gold and silver for Spain.
And it is a straight shootout between the 2 Spanish athletes then. Martin Parejo Maza has one final chance to catch his teammate Javier Porras. Porras out in front with a championship record of 6.14 at the moment. Parejo Mata here, 5.79, his best effort.
Very quickly, let's go back to the club. We're about to see Dimitrijevic of Serbia. Our leader is Radim Beles with 24.32. That's a serious attempt by Dimitrijevic. He's the world record holder and Paralympic Games champion from London with 26.88. And he sent that out a really solid distance. Has he taken the lead? Oh, he has, 24.90. Dimitrijevic is in front.
Parejo Mata in the long jump, his final effort. And it's not a bad one. He's got a season's best so far in the silver medal position. This is last chance to catch his teammate Javier Porras. Needs to get past his lifetime best, Parejo Mata, to be in with any chance of catching Porras. He's looked good this morning, Parejo Mata. Just Porras has looked that little bit better. Has there been an improvement for Parejo Mata with his final effort? There has. He's gone over 6 meters for the first time in his life. 6.05. It's a silver medal and a lifetime best for Parejo Mata. Valiant effort and a valiant silver.
Well, it means that two teammates for Spain, two clubmates in Barcelona, you see they share the same coaches, will take the gold and the silver. Parejo Mata with the silver and that lifetime best, 6 meters 05. Now that was +3, by the way, the reading. So it's the first time in competition he's gone over 6 meters. Imagine it being +3 though in the wind gauge. That unfortunately he's probably not going to be able to keep that lifetime best. But hey, he's got the silver, no problem there. And Javier Porras has the gold. Championship record of 6 meters 14, which was bang on the wind gauge. Wind reading, by the way, of +2 in that 5th round. Wind has definitely picked up again, and he will go back to the start. And one of these curious coincidences, he actually popped up on my Twitter feed about a minute ago. Just in that little section, who to follow. Obviously, your commentary team's been tweeting about Grosseto a lot, and suddenly he pops up there, which actually for a T11 athlete is quite impressive as well.
I hope you clicked follow. I hope he's had a notification to come off of the long jump pit.
So here we go. Here's our champion, Javier Porras. Bronze in Swansea, gold in Grosseto. He's on the way. Wave it a little. That's a massive one. But did he just go beyond the chalk? He did. It's a red flag. It's his first no jump in the competition, but never mind. He is the European champion. Had waved it a little bit, and then just the final stride had taken him too far. Way too far. But a really strong competition for him. And he's European champion. 6 meters 14. His first major championship gold since 2006. So let's go back then to the club, and this is Dimitrijevic, the Paralympic Games champion, the Serbian. We heard their national anthem for the first time earlier this morning. He sent that out a really long distance towards 30 meters. His world record is 26.88. Magnificent throwing by Dimitrijevic. I wonder. World record, 27 meters 04, and Dimitrijevic is in pole position.
That's Javier Porras celebrating his men's long jump T11 glory with a new championship record to boot as well. There's confirmation, 6.14 meters championship record, a season's best for Parejo Mata. Oh, Spanish 1-2, Andrei Koptev completing the medal positions for Russia with 5.65. A really good competition, that one, though, has kept us entertained throughout the morning here in Grosseto. Not a lot to choose between them.
So Spain 1-2. It's been another good morning here. A few medal ceremonies to round off this morning session, and we're finishing pretty much on time, just after midday here in Grosseto. Men's javelin F34. Part of last night's action as the wind blows up again here, and Russia with success again, and Montenegro too.
This one won by Radmilo Baranin of Montenegro. Personal best, 20.17 meters. Missed out on a medal in the discus earlier on in these championships, but it's gold for Baranin. Jodichka of Russia taking the silver. Only one more athlete in this competition, so just a gold and a silver medal to give out. Martin Dvorak of the Czech Republic. Good effort from him, 16.22, but doesn't medal.
The interesting thing about these two is that they've come into athletics from different sports. As we welcome our presentation party. Flavio Olivelli, who's the vice president of Grosseto Athletics. They organise big events on the IAAF and IPC circuits, and the mayor of the city of Grosseto, Emilio Bonifati, is here as well. Now, Dordicha was a powerlifter for 15 years. He was Kazakhstan champion twice in 2008 and 2010, but he switched to Russia. He's now an athlete, and he is silver medalist in the javelin. Dordicha, who is very successful in the powerlifting circuit, F34 being the nominally strongest of the sitting cerebral palsy categories. In such a position that Dordicha is able to walk up the podium. And it's a basketball international who takes our gold. And Radmilo Baranin, like Dordicha, gets his first major athletics championship medal, and it is a gold in the javelin. Thierry Sibon is the European record holder. That was set in the Dubai Grand Prix back in March. That was the week after the Asia Oceania Championships there. He'll be in the hunt against these men, and Martin Dvorak as well, in Rio in the Paralympic Games. But for now, Radmilo Baranin of Montenegro is the European champion. Montenegro did not win a medal at the last European Championships, and unless, I guess, your nation has played Montenegro in football or something like basketball, you probably will not have heard that anthem before. And they've picked up 2 medals here because in the F40 and 41 women's javelin, they picked up a silver yesterday as well. So it's turning out to be a successful time for them. That was actually around the same time as this success. For Mariana Goranovic. Speaking of which, we're going to see her in a few seconds.
Right on cue. The next medal ceremony to come here at the Carlo Zucchini Olympic Stadium is the women's shot put, F40-41. There they are, ready to emerge, ready to have their moment in the limelight on the podium and receive their medals. As Will just said, Mariana Goranovic got silver for Montenegro. No medals in 2014, a silver and a gold for them here so far. Slavinska won it of Poland, her major championship debut at just 19 years of age. Terrific performance from her. And Uliana Popelnaya of Russia completes the podium, a former para swimmer, in her first major athletics championships as well. Uliana Podpalnaya is the bronze medalist in the women's shot put F40-41 classification. Not a bad start to life in para athletics for her. An F40 athlete managed 4.99 meters.
Winner of the silver medal, representing Montenegro, medaglia d'argento, Mariana Goranovic, Montenegro.
Big smiles for Goranovic. 6.93 meters she managed. She's an F41 athlete, so it's done on points in this competition with F40 and 41 athletes. She threw further than Slavinska, but on points, based on the classification, Slavinska won the gold. Goranovic was 6th in Doha last year, so she's on the podium here in the Europeans. But top of that podium is Renata Slavinska, 19 years of age. Welcome to major championships, Renata Slavinska. She gets gold for Poland. Slavinska, the gold medalist, Goranovic, the silver medalist, Podpalnaya, the bronze medalist in the women's shot put F40 and 41 classifications. Gold for Poland, gold for Renata Slavinska, silver for Goranovic of Montenegro, bronze for Podpalnaya of Russia. We have got one more medal ceremony to come for you from Grosseto to round off the morning of day 4 of these 2016 IPC Athletics European Championships. We'll celebrate the medalists in the women's long jump T38 very shortly. But those are our medalists from the women's shot put F40-41 from later on day 3 yesterday. Really strong future for the shot put F40-41, just 19 years of age, our European champion Slavinska. Here it is then, the women's long jump T38 medal ceremony. Trena Wieczak of Poland got bronze. Adamaitienė of Lithuania, the silver medal. And Margarita Goncharova is getting very familiar with that podium here in the Carlo Zucchini Olympic Stadium. This is her 3rd trip there of these games. Gold in the 200 metres, silver in the 400 metres, and gold again here in the long jump yesterday. Bronze for Trena Wieczak. Was just outside the medals in the 200 metres. This time she does get to enjoy being up there on the podium. Poland currently sitting 3rd in the medal table, having been overtaken by Great Britain. This is the silver medalist, Ramūna Adamaitienė of Lithuania, 4.61 metres, half a metre behind the eventual winner Goncharova, 47 years of age and still medaling at major championships. Terrific effort from her. But the clear winner of the women's long jump T38, her 2nd gold medal of these championships, of Russia, Margarita Goncharova. 5.11 metres she leapt yesterday, and she is the European champion. Excels at any competition that she turns her mind to, Goncharova. Gold for Russia again. Goncharova gets gold again. She's the European champion in the long jump T38. Gold for Margarita Goncharova, the women's long jump T38 European champion. Silver for Adamaitienė, and bronze for Trena Wieczak of Poland. 3 medals and counting for Goncharova. She's winning the family affair as well. Ivan Goncharov yet to medal here, so she'll be having the bragging rights at home.
He's a decent athlete, growing athlete. He's only been in a few international championships. And as for Andrei Sakov, this is his first. He's the last man to go in the club throw. 27.04, our leader is Zeko Dimitrijevic of Serbia with that world record. So to get into the medals, 23.73. currently bronze, Marian Correa of Slovakia. That was his last throw as well. 22.65 would have been the target, but for that, so. Andrei Sakov, 27 years old. His first major IPC championship, he won bronze in the club throw at the Iowas World Championships. I think would have been in Sochi last year. That's the International Wheelchair and Amputee Sports Federation. They indeed were held in Sochi. And he was a canoeist before an injury brought him into the IPC circuit. That's a decent, solid throw. High, I think that's just gone out of the quadrant. So he 20.95 with his opening throw. We've just seen his second. And he's lying in 6th place. And that indeed did go out, so it's a red flag. So an improvement of 2 meters, actually not even that. 1 meter 30 would put him into 4th. But he needs to improve by about 2 meters 75 to put him into the top 3. His lifetime best is 21.90. It's only within a meter of that now. 21.90 would be good enough for 5th, so he's going to have to throw further than he has in his life in order to move up. He's obviously not comfortable where he is now. Comes from Ryazan, around 200 kilometers southwest of Moscow. So attempt 3, this is the last event remaining this morning. Again, that knocks around the 20-meter mark, just beyond. Has he improved on 20.95? Obviously, there are... well, 21.11, he has improved, and he's very close now to his lifetime best. Different throwing techniques, obviously. But the strapping changed a couple of years ago. He used to be able to go back a lot further in the chair. That drops pretty much bang on 20, just beyond, so that won't be an improvement. We can just about call Dimitrievich certainly as our winner. The longest throw in history of the world record. Beles is 24.32. Czech in 2nd place. Correa in 3rd for Slovakia with 23.73. You can hear the wind swirling round again, and it's actually blowing into the faces of our throwers here. That's 20 meters 34. Had been involved in water sports a lot when he was an able-bodied athlete. Kayaking and canoeing. It was a diving accident 6 years ago. That was life-changing. He's still an international sportsman. And a good one. So can he improve on that 21.11? Well, that's out. That's going to be a red flag. Yep, red flag. So that's 2 out of 5, which will be no throws. But if he can get it out even just beyond the meter past where he currently is, he'll be in the top 4. I really don't see him throwing just beyond the 23.5 meters. That would get him bronze. I think our medalists are safe. Dimitrievich, definitely our winner. It's the far corner of the stadium. To the left is where this throwing section is. There's main road alongside, where the rail line is as well, that goes south from Grosseto to Rome. Every couple of hours we've got the main line train passing, lots of local trains as well. There is an airport in Grosseto as well, but Rome being a couple of hours away is where pretty much everybody's flown into for here. So 21 meters 11 is best, even a lifetime best. I think would give him something to be happy about. So it's the final action of the morning, literally this throw, and he got height but not distance, and it's gone across out to his left. It's a red flag. So Sakov finishes in 6th place for Russia. Korejka gets the bronze for Slovakia. Belez the silver for the Czech Republic, and Dimitrijevic with the world record is our champion. Here he is, glory again for Zeljko Dimitrijevic, and he is our champion. He's broken his own world record, and victory is his. And Serbia have another gold medal here. Non-stop glory for him. It'll be Friday week when he stops celebrating. It's always great when it goes according to plan, and definitely has for him today. Did have a very long throw, which earlier this year wasn't ratified as a world record, around 28 meters, so this is our official world record for now. Well, he's one of the first in action this morning. He is our last champion of the morning. It's been a clement day so far. So Zeljko Dimitrijevic gets the glory, European gold, world record 27.04. Belez the silver for the Czech Republic, and Korea the bronze for Slovakia. And we'll be back at 4 p.m. Central European time, 3 p.m. UK and Ireland for the afternoon session at Grosseto 2016.
How do I risk against more stress?